Hi, in this video we're going through the Fort Zancudo variant of the Hostile Takeover VIP work in GTA 5 Online for a solo $50,000 or so. Hi and welcome back, my name's Dan and I'm an old grumpy gamer. Grand Theft Auto is a truly massive game. Between GTA 5 and the constant updates from Rockstar for GTA Online, there's no shortage of new content and interesting things to do. Join me then as we look at the Fort Zancudo variant of the Hostile Takeover VIP work in GTA 5 Online. Before we dive in, if you're new to the channel, we do how-to guides, news and giveaways, so consider subscribing and ringing the bell to stay up to date. So this is a wild little free mode mission that you can do whenever you have 10 minutes spare and feel like causing some chaos. If I'm honest, it isn't the easiest way to make 50 grand or so, but it's a heck of a lot of fun and can be done completely solo. This works in a standard online free mode session and in an invite only lobby. Sadly, you can't do this one in a solo or crew session though. One of the really neat things about the Hostile Takeover missions is they can be done without any purchases. But before you get started, I highly recommend you have a heavy automatic and full snacks and armor. And for this video, we're going to look at 3 separate approach methods. So you'll also need a motorcycle or an armored car or a helicopter. Right, so first things first, we'll need to register as a VIP of some description. Head to the interaction menu down to SecuroServe, then either register as a VIP or register as a CEO and enter an organization name if you're prompted to. You'll see a quick notification along with the rest of the lobby. Now, assuming you're good to go, head back to the interaction menu, then go to the first option, which will be the SecuroServe VIP or SecuroServe CEO. VIP work, Hostile Takeover, set the location to Fort Zancudo and finally start. You'll see a new marker pop up on the map. Now, I've attempted 3 separate ingress methods with varying degrees of success, but I've never not been clipped by the staff, so take it with a grain of salt. The first approach we'll look at is with a motorcycle, in this case the Batty 801, which is $15,000 from Southern San Andreas Super Autos and is one of the quicker bikes in the game. So we want to square up on the northern side of Fort Zancudo, then absolutely send it, aiming for the left bank of the tunnel around here-ish. Once you're in, head down the runway and you're good to go. The next approach is the armored car. In this case, I'm using a Duke of Death, which is free from wall stock cash and carry for older players like me who started GTA 5 way back on the PS3 or the 360. Otherwise, your cheapest entry point into the armored car market is the Benefactor Shafter V12 at a cost of 325 grand from Legendary. Although the armored Kuruma at 698 from Southern San Andreas Super Autos offers a lot more protection if you can afford it. Regardless, what we want to do is line ourselves up on the northern side of the compound again, then absolutely tromp it all the way down the highway and up the right hand bank around here-ish. Once you're over, head up the main runway until you spot the target hangar, which will be the one on the left with the open doors. Then make a beeline for it. Pull into the front left of the hangar and start shooting everyone you can, being mindful of the enemies on the platforms up top and keeping an eye out for others entering the hangar from outside. Our final approach will be via a halo jump. For this one, I'm using a Maverick that I found near the marina in the southern part of the Los Santos map. Once you're airborne, head to the southern side of Fort Zancudo. We want to end up hovering somewhere above the river just to the south. When we arrive, we'll see the open hangar on the other side of the compound, which is our target. Once you've clocked it, steady the chopper and ascend. When you've reached a high enough altitude, and I'm using the top of Mount Chiliad as a rough guide, tilt the chopper right, which prevents the chopper from coming down on top of you, and then bail out. Take a hard dive, and as you get closer to the ground, pull back to add some forward trajectory. Pull your chute at the last possible second and start shooting at anything you can. And as long as your machine doesn't have a complete fit like mine did at this precise moment, you should be able to make your way into the hangar. Right, so regardless of your approach, once you make it to the hangar, we'll have to deal with a bit of resistance. Grab some cover where it's practical, again keeping an eye on the minimap so you don't get flanked. Now there's a few guards here and they're not immediately obvious. The most problematic ones will be on the platforms up the top and the few hidden behind the tank. There's also a couple that might sneak up from other parts of the hangar too, so really keep an eye out. The second you have an opportunity, make a break for the tank, and once you're in, you're safe from pretty much anything. Bullets, grenades, hell, even homing missiles. Now here's the fun part, the getaway. Start by driving around the plane, not through it, and don't be tempted to blow it up. It's just unnecessary fire damage to the tank when you head through it. As you get out of the hangar, turn left and head towards the end of the taxiway, then onto the service road and through into the ring road, which will shelter you from a lot of enemy fire. Once you're through that, head through the gates and follow the yellow GPS line, making sure to blow up as much stuff on the horizon as possible. Try not to blow up too many cars when they're practically on top of you. Again, it's unnecessary fire damage. Now, unlike a lot of other VIP work, you don't have to lose your attackers here. Just head to the drop-off point regardless of any opposition, and once you get there, drive into the yellow marker. You'll get a cool 50 grand or so dropped into your account, and any remaining warrant stars will immediately be cleared. After that, you'll have a bit of a cooldown and you're good to go again. And thanks for watching. Check out the video up the top for another VIP work guide, or the one down the bottom for some more old Grumpy Gamer goodness. Stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll see you in the next video.